I wasn't going to talk about this. Not ever. But it's been eating at me for years. I thought I was going crazy. Until I saw the booth again last week. Same kiosk. Same rules. And I knew. Someone else's next. It happened when I was 19. I just dropped out of college. Needed quick money. Found a night shift job at a highway kiosk. Remote. Tiny booth. Midnight to 6 a.m. Sounded perfect. The guy training me was weird. Didn't smile. Didn't shake my hand. Just pointed to a laminated paper on the wall. Rules, he said. Follow them exactly. Then he left without saying goodbye. The list looked like a joke at first. Lock the door after midnight. Don't talk to anyone through the glass. Don't leave, no matter what you hear. If the mirror fogs up, look away. Don't answer the phone. Don't eat anything you didn't bring. First night was quiet. Boring, even. Sold chips to a trucker. Read some comic books. Started thinking the rules were just messed up hazing. Until 2:14 a.m. That's when the knocking started. It was soft. Rhythmic. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks again. I looked out. No one there. Just the empty road and the woods behind. Then the mirror started to fog. I hadn't breathed on it. I remembered the rule. If it fogs, look away. But I didn't. I leaned closer. And for a second, my reflection blinked after I did. That was the first night I saw it. I told myself it was nothing. Just tired. Just my eyes playing tricks. But when I turned back, the mirror was clean. No fog. No reflection at all. I didn't sleep when I got home. I kept hearing that knock in my head. 3. Pause. 3. The next shift. I brought salt. And a flashlight. Don't ask me why. Around 2 a.m. The temperature dropped. Not outside. Inside the booth. I could see my breath. And then, the phone rang. It was an old payphone on the wall. Hadn't rung once before. I stared at it. It rang again. And again. I was supposed to ignore it. But I picked it up. No sound. Just static. Then a voice. My own voice. Whispering. Like from a tunnel. Why are you still here? I dropped the phone. Stepped back. The lights flickered. And in the monitor, I saw movement. Something was crawling. On the ceiling of the booth. But when I looked up, nothing. Just a flicker. Like heat waves in the air. I checked the mirror again. This time, there were 2 of me. I blinked once. The second me in the mirror didn't. It just stood there, inside the glass, watching. Then it tilted its head. Slow, unnatural. I hadn't moved. But it had. And I knew then. Whatever that was, it wasn't a reflection anymore. I stumbled back, heart pounding like a drum in my chest. The booth felt smaller, like the air was getting thicker. Every shadow looked too deep. I tried turning on the fan, but the switch snapped off. Then I heard the noise. From beneath the drawer. Like scratching, slow and sharp. The rules flashed in my mind. If you hear scratching from the drawer, do not open it. I backed away slowly. But the sound followed. A dragging scrape like claws on sheet metal. And then, something whispered my name. Not loudly, just enough to freeze me. I shut off the lights. Sat still. Tried to slow my breathing. Only the exit sign glowed red in the dark. I held the salt in my fist. Don't ask me why, it felt safe. The scratching got faster. Then it stopped. Dead silence. I sat like that until dawn. Afraid to blink. Afraid the thing in the glass might start moving again. When the sun came up, the mirror cleared. Only one reflection again. But it wasn't quite mine. The smile looked a little too wide. I called the kiosk owner. Told him I quit. He didn't act surprised. He just said, "Take the rules with you. You may need them again." That was it. No apology. No explanation. Just a click and silence. I moved cities after that. Changed jobs. Tried to forget. But every so often, around 2:14 a.m., my bathroom mirror fogs up. And sometimes I swear, there's a second me watching back. Months passed. I stopped thinking about the kiosk. Mostly. But one night, I walked past a shop window downtown. And in the reflection, my double was smiling at me. I wasn't smiling. And he blinked first. That night, I dug out the old paper. The rules. I had folded them into a drawer and forgotten. But they still smelled faintly like salt and dust. I read them again. One line stood out this time. If it follows you home, don't speak to it. I laughed at first. Then the power went out. Just my apartment. No storm, no warning. In the dark, I heard slow footsteps. On the hallway carpet outside. And then a knock. 3. Pause. 3 again. I froze. The door didn't shake. It was polite knocking. Too polite. I checked the peephole. Empty hallway. But as I turned, my bedroom mirror had fogged up. No steam, just fog. This time I didn't look directly. I turned all the mirrors to face the wall, covered the bathroom one with a towel. But at 2:14 a.m., I heard my voice again, not outside, but inside the closet, whispering. It said my name, soft, calm, and then, "I need your face." I backed away, heart slamming against my ribs. The whispering stopped, but the closet door creaked open, just an inch. That's when I realized I hadn't brought this thing home. It had chosen to come. The kiosk wasn't cursed. It was a doorway, a place where rules barely held the line, and I had broken them. I stopped sleeping, covered every mirror, unplugged the TV. I even got rid of my phone. It started ringing at 2:14 a.m., even when it was powered off. No number, just static in my breathing. I started researching anything about kiosks, mirror folklore, replacement myths. Most people laughed. Some blocked me, but one guy replied, "Did it smile yet?" We messaged for hours. He said he worked a similar booth, different state, same rules, same disappearances. He even sent me a photo of his list, identical to mine, word for word. He told me, "It copies you, but not all at once. First the face, then the voice, eventually the memories. And once it has everything, you're the copy." I asked how he escaped. His answer chilled me. I didn't. He stopped replying after that. Profile gone, messages wiped, and in my inbox, a new message appeared from my email address. It had no subject, just a blank message, except for one thing, a selfie, me sitting in the booth, eyes black, no pupils, but I hadn't taken that photo. I'm starting to forget things, small things, birthdays, my own handwriting, and when I look in the mirror too long, I can't tell which side of the glass I'm on. Sometimes, I'm not the one blinking. Last week, an old friend called. We hadn't spoken in years. She said, "I saw you outside my window last night." I said, "I've never been to your city." She didn't laugh. She just whispered, "Then who waved at me?" I felt sick. She sent me a sketch, a man with my face, my clothes, but the eyes were wrong. Too wide, too black. She said it grinned at her, then vanished into the trees. I asked where she saw it. She gave me the address. It was just 6 blocks away. I don't remember being there, but when I checked my shoes, the soles were muddy. From that same part of town, I checked my closet. Under the floor mat was a box I didn't remember hiding. Inside, photos I didn't take, videos I didn't record, me smiling, waving, knocking on glass. It's watching me now, from behind windows, from screens, sometimes just from inside my own eyes. I talk slower these days because I feel something else, trying to finish my sentences. I don't know if I'm still me. I sleep with the lights on, but shadows still stretch toward the bed. I wear sunglasses indoors, not for others, for myself, because I don't want to see what's staring back anymore. Last night, I looked in the mirror for a full minute. No blinking, no breathing. It just stared. Then it mouthed something. One word. I couldn't hear it, but I think it said, "Soon." My neighbors say they see me outside at night, just standing, facing the building. I don't leave the apartment anymore. They've called the cops twice. One even took a photo. It was me, but I was barefoot and smiling. The photo chilled me. Not just the smile, but the timestamp. 2:14 a.m. Same time. Every time. Same posture. Like it's waiting. Or rehearsing something. Something it'll soon repeat inside. Things go missing now. Keys. Socks. Pages from my journal. But I find them later. In strange places. Like inside the fridge. Or perfectly folded. Under my pillow. I started setting traps. Mic recording at night. Motion sensors. Caught nothing. Until last night. The recording was static. Then my voice. "I'm tired of waiting. Let me in." I play the file again. Same voice. Same words. But the second time, it ends with a laugh. Soft. Unnatural. And on the motion camera, just one frame of something standing in the hall. Its face was blurred. Like it moved too fast. Or didn't fully belong in the frame. But it wore my hoodie. The one I'd lost weeks ago. I checked the closet. It was hanging there. Still warm. I don't think I'm alone anymore. Not even when I'm by myself. There's breathing that doesn't match mine. Shadows that fall the wrong way. And worst of all, sometimes I catch myself looking at the real me. Tonight, I woke up to knocking. Not on the door. On the mirror. 3 soft taps. Pause. 3 again. I didn't move. I just listened. And then, I heard it breathing. I turned on every light, grabbed the salt, the old list, but it wasn't enough. There was a message on the mirror, drawn in fog, almost time. Underneath it, my own handprint. I called the kiosk. No one answered. I drove there, just to see. It was gone, completely. An empty lot. No booth, no power lines, no evidence it ever existed. But there were footsteps in the dirt. 2 sets. One pair looked like boots, the other barefoot, side by side, leading nowhere. But somehow, I knew one of them was mine. I stood there for hours, thinking maybe if I waited, it would show itself, that maybe I could reason with it, trade places, undo it all. But nothing came, only silence, and the sound of wind in the grass. I don't know how much time I have. Sometimes I wake up already standing. Sometimes I forget my own voice. I started leaving notes to myself. Things like, "You are still real," or "Don't let it in again." So if you're hearing this, and you ever find a kiosk job with a list of rules, follow every single one. Don't ask questions. Don't break the rhythm. And most of all, when it smiles back, don't smile with it. If this story got under your skin, tell me in the comments. Maybe you've seen something like this. Maybe you've worked a job with rules you weren't supposed to break. Or maybe you've already smiled back.